Fellas, I'm gonna tell you the best thing you can possibly do that I've noticed to get further than where you're currently at right now is to stop overthinking so much. All we like to do is overthink. I know you heard of like body composition, right? Body recomposition, body recomp. I want you to do a mental recomposition because everyone talks about recomposition. We know about that, right? Turning fat to muscle, or really you can't do that, but rearranging the ratio of muscle to fat. I want you to do that in your brain. I want you to do that in your mindset, because most people's mindset right now is a lot of thinking, which is the fat, and zero action, which is the actual muscle. So you have to be able to reverse this if you want to actually succeed in life in anything that it is that you want to do, whether it's in fitness, whether it's in women, whether it's in business, whether it's in anything that you want to accomplish in life. You have to go through this mental recomposition of taking way more action than you're even comfortable doing, forgetting about perfect. Because there's no such thing as perfect. There's no such thing as the perfect physique. There's no such thing as the perfect workout. There's no such thing as the perfect business model that you want to choose, the perfect way to make money. There's no such thing as the perfect woman, right? Everything is relative to you. Everything is relative to where you're at and what you need. Everything is relative. So you have to start to remove this thought of like, I need to think hard before I go do this thing. That's why so many guys who don't think, who you think are genuinely retarded. You see a lot of guys, man, you're just like, bro, he literally has nothing going on in between here. That might actually be beneficial for him because he's just going out and doing shit and just getting shit done. He's going out and talking to a bunch of women that he finds attractive and doesn't even think twice about what they're going to say. He's going out there. He's training. He's in the gym. He might not even know what workout to do, but at least he goes. He may not even know the best diet, but he's like, man, I got to eat. I got to eat something. I got to eat clean. I got to just buy clean shit to eat. And he starts to get better. And that's what a lot of men go through right now, where it's like they overthink every little thing. Everything has to be precise. Everything has to be perfect. They have to have a business plan. They have to have a logo. They have to have a name. They have to have all this shit that doesn't matter. And they wonder why the guy who's retarded over there is lapping you in every aspect of life. And you're the smart one. Because smart people, they have a lot of thinking and no action. Most of the time, there are smart people. Like you look at some guy like Elon, he's a very smart guy. He also takes massive action that actually he thinks less about. So for you as a man, it's like, well, what do you want to accomplish? You want to build a really, really good physique, right? Well, go find some sort of a workout, go on YouTube, find a workout, start doing that workout, find a diet plan, buy a $20 diet plan if you need to and just try it out. Who cares if it's the perfect customized diet plan for you? You haven't taken any action yet, so how can anything actually work for you? That's the big thing that I think a lot of men don't understand. It's like, you're never gonna iterate, you're never gonna find what works for you until you've tried so much shit. I've tried so many fucking business models until I figured out what works for me. I've tried so many diet plans. I've tried so many training programs to figure out what works for me. But every single time I've improved, I've gotten better because I didn't stay stagnant. But there were times where I would stay stagnant. There were times where I would sit in my room and overthink every little decision I wanted to make. And I would see other people lapping me. I would see other men taking action and doing the things that I thought about doing, but never actually took the action to do because I was so stuck overthinking. So again, it was mental recomposition where it's like, fuck thinking. Let me just go do shit and figure it out as I go. And you know what's crazy? You're going to start to feel way better about yourself because there's nothing worse than somebody who doesn't take any action, that thinks so hard. You get so anxious. You have so much anxiety. You don't ever get anything done. You always beat yourself down because nothing is getting done. You're not moving forward. Nothing is working in your life. You're not getting anything that it is that you want. And most of the time, I get a lot of men who are like, Marta, I can't really sleep. It's hard to sleep. You know why it's hard to sleep? Because your brain already knows the actions that you need to take to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. But instead, you have taken zero action. All you've done is mentally masturbated in terms of just trying to think of shit to do. And then when you go lay your head on a pillow, you can't sleep because now your brain is overthinking again. And it's now overthinking the fact that you haven't done shit the whole day. And that's where a lot of men fuck up. That's where a lot of men try to figure out, well, what went wrong? Where did all these years go? All of these years went down to you overthinking, trying to figure out the worst case scenario for something that doesn't even exist. The worst case scenario is doing nothing, by the way. The worst case scenario isn't failing, because you don't fail until you quit. So the reality is you have to stop overthinking. That's the only way you can move as a man nowadays. You can't be thinking too hard. You can't be trying to analyze. You want a business model that you want to go try? Go try it. Go learn a quick tutorial and go just put something together that day. Do something to move forward that day. The more that you continuously go back and forth and try to literally figure some shit out, and your mind is constantly going through cycles and shit like that. I even have this shit happen to me sometimes with AI, where I'm literally overthinking with AI. I'm overthinking scenarios and telling you, well, what if this happens? And then what if it doesn't work this way? And what if it doesn't work this way? And nothing gets done. And it's the same with YouTube. I got on YouTube and I stopped overthinking. The people that I work with, that I help build YouTube channels to be able to build their personal brands the way that I built mine, raw, uncut, everything, I tell them, stop fucking thinking so hard. I put together a plan. We figured out your life story. We figured out what you could potentially offer on the back end once you get a couple videos in. Now, let's just stop thinking and start talking in front of the camera and start pushing out video after video after video after video, and we iterate as we go. Most people, they don't do that. They think, well, YouTube's saturated. What if I post this and people don't like it? If people don't like it, fuck it. Do it again. Make another one. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the same with fitness. God, I literally give people the fucking framework for fitness. Like, hey, do this, and that. Diet, eat this, and that. And they're overthinking, like, what if this doesn't work for me? Well, the time at the gym, like, I don't know if I'm actually going to have the time to be able to do this. And I'm like, I literally tell them on the onboarding call that I have, this is for fitness specifically. I'm like, look, stop talking, stop thinking, apply what I've given you. It's easy enough that a 5-year-old could do this shit. And we can iterate as we go. Let's say you have a trip coming up. Yes, we can iterate. But why are we thinking about a trip 3 months from now, when you can start putting in the work now? You literally take out all thinking by having somebody create something for you that works and holding you accountable. You don't have to think anymore. And I realize this. The power in the business that I do, the mentorship that I create, is I stop people from over fucking thinking. Because you're smart. You know what to do. You know what to do, but you overthink everything. And sometimes it takes somebody to like really just give you clarity on like what it is that you have to do. And the men that have successfully did this have made more money with me, have built the physique that they've wanted to build with me, have had a more fulfilling life. All of that. Even men that I privately mentor when it comes to dating. It's like, bro, stop overthinking. Literally, bro. Stop overthinking. They're trying to figure out the best cold approach. And I'm like, bro, no. What do you want to say? Tell them what they want to say. Boom. Go say it. Oh, but what if she what? Well, she hasn't done it yet. Let's figure it out as we go. It's like basic shit, basic math, bro. But again, it's like you have to go through this process of mental recomposition, because the more that you can recompose your brain of taking more action and thinking less, you will start to get way faster feedback loops to be able to get better and better and better over time. But the minute that you continuously do the same shit over and over and over again, or you think over and over and over and over again, you fail. You fail by not doing. The modern tripe, the modern issue now for men is not doing anything. It's sitting on the couch, literally envisioning scenarios that wouldn't even happen in the first place. Avoiding all failures, avoiding all of this bullshit. My career has literally done what it's done throughout every industry that I've been in because I stopped fucking thinking. My tech company that I built, the reason why I even started to raise money was because I stopped thinking and I started evangelizing. I started speaking my truth. I started speaking the truth about how my company was going to revolutionize the human resources industry, the talent acquisition industry, all of that. And I just started talking. I started hitting up every VC. I started hitting up every investor. I did not give a fuck. And it worked. But you know when it started to crash? One, because of external events. Obviously, companies stopped hiring and shit like that. So we basically became obsolete. But at the same time, it also failed because I was now overthinking everything. I was trying to create complex business models when it was super, super simple to begin with. I was trying to put together all these different manuals and protocols and all these things for my co-founders and employees and things like that, and I didn't need to do it. And it all comes down to overthinking. So the more that you stop thinking, the more that you just envision what it is that you want to do, and you literally just go do it with whatever it is that you have, you will win far greater than 99% of men out right now, because 99% of men are overthinking what's the best way to go about this. What's the best way to go about this? Instead of just running with one concept, learning from it and improving. It's the reason why I can sit here and talk for hours and hours and hours on end, because I've just done so much shit that I've gained so much wisdom to where like it can resonate with you. It can help you. If I was sitting there overthinking, mentally masturbating, everything that I would be telling you right now is all theory, and there would be no evidence to back it. There would be no actual proof. I wouldn't be a walking proof of this shit that I tell you. But again, a lot of men decide like, oh, I want to go do this business. But like, what if people just don't buy it? If people don't buy it, iterate. Create a new messaging around it. Position it differently. Oh, I want to create this video, but what if people don't watch? Post again. Bro, my first time on YouTube, I literally went at least 6 months straight daily posting without thinking about shit. I put together the plan beforehand. But once I got in, I was just going. I was topic after topic after topic. I was just talking about everything that I knew every single day. And shit started to grow. 20K in 3 months. Fucking 30K after that. 40K. Now we're sitting at 50K, man. I'm glad. Thank you guys for the 50K. Again, I haven't made a glad that I hit 50K video, because honestly, my goal is to hit 100. That's a big milestone for me, 100,000 subscribers. Obviously, my approach is going to have to change in how I deliver value and content on here to be able to achieve that. But that's the goal, right? Thinking less, doing more. I just had a live stream yesterday. I thought completely less. I said, oh, this is an interesting podcast. I should do a commentary on it. Let me make a video. I don't necessarily know how to do this streaming shit, but let me do it. It came out. It wasn't the greatest presentation ever, but at least I tried it. So now I'm training that muscle to do. You have to train your muscle to start acting, to start taking action. The more that you keep thinking about the best way to do this and the most perfect, it's off. I get that shit all the time. Whenever I have ideas, I always like to like just throw it around at people that I know close to me. And I always find that like they get overwhelmed, because it's like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? Like, this shit's a lot. And I realize, I'm like, bro, and every time that I do the ideas, they come back, they're like, bro, that was a dope idea. Like, shit. And I was like, oh, I just did it. They're like, well, how'd you come up with that? I just thought about it and did it. And like, you have to train yourself to do that. You have to train yourself to just start to take more action. Again, mental recomposition is more important than anything else that you can do from a mindset perspective. Focus and calibrate your mind on action. Worry about the thoughts after the actions. It's better to think about an action that you did after the fact than think about an action that you're going to do. Obviously, you have a good moral, because I know a lot of guys who will be low IQ will take this shit the wrong way. But I'm really hoping that you guys are high IQ and you understand what the fuck I just said. It's so important, bro. Like, this is the most important advice that you could probably get from me. Is just overact and underthink. Overact on your goals. I'm not talking about underthink in terms of certain shit. I don't want you to get in trouble with women by doing dumb shit and stuff like that. But when it comes to you, when it comes to personally improving yourself, overact and underthink. Mental recomposition. I hope this was valuable for you. If you made it this far, link will be in the description if you want to work with me one-on-one in my mentorship, my one-on-one mentorship that I have. Basically a masculinity mentorship, anything that you need from a masculine perspective, whether it's with women, whether it's with business, whether it's with fitness, whether it's with just overall life, whether it's with building a YouTube channel, kind of like what I did, figuring out, I'll show you how I did it so that you can potentially replicate it for yourself. All of that stuff will be in there. It's a 6-month mentorship. I think it's worth it for anybody who is actually serious about changing their life and wants somebody who's been through the fire to help them not actually think too fucking hard and just have a plan and run with it. So if you're interested in that, link will be in the description. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.